What's up, people? Joshua Woodruff. Hey, I got an interesting one for y'all today. Something I was thinking about, and I think about these things quite often, and that's the order in the world and the way things happen and the way they're laid out. And like I just watched this thing about 9/11 and about all the 11s, about the amount of passengers, everything equaling to 11, right? 9 and 1 and 1's 11. So and it just goes on and on. But then I was thinking about Hitler, and this came to me years ago, and I had heard whenever I found out that Nazi warplanes wouldn't run without an additive made by a U.S. oil company. So I was like, wait, so a U.S. oil company was supplying Nazi warplanes with fuel to run, and yes. So when you start looking to it, every war that's been started for the last 200 years has been started, funded, and profit made by the same people. Both sides of the war funded by the same people and profited by the same people. Every war is instigated, every war is planned, everything that happens is planned. And so then I got to looking into Nazis, and I was like, well, man, why'd they let them go for so long, and why'd they let all this stuff happen the way it did? And what I found out was that Hitler was just a tool. He was just used to do, and they let it go on for so long because he was doing experiments with people, right? He was doing human experiments, surgical experiments, any kind of experiment you can think of. Before birth, after birth, during pregnancy, different chemicals on people, tried putting pig parts in people, and I tried all kinds of stuff. We let him do that, right? And we also let him go and plunder all this information, all these books, all this art, all of this stuff. And he was used as a tool for these experiments, for this collection of art, memorabilia, history, and was pushed to do these experiments through also space, aeronautical experiments, aeronautical exploration, all of this stuff, right? And what happened as soon as the war was over? All of these Nazi scientists that had killed all these Jews and experimented on all these people, right? They were given a pass to become American citizens. They were given money. They were given positions of power in the U.S. government. Really high positions of power. Honored. We gave some of these people Nobel Prizes. Give them the most comfortable lifestyles, access to whatever they wanted. And now they've become honored U.S. citizens, right? These same people that were killing and experimenting on human beings are now held with esteem in the U.S. government. And they started our space, NASA. They started our space organizations. They started everything. They became part of everything, right? And that's how NASA, Wernher von Braun, the space race, the rockets, all of that. So Hitler was allowed to do everything that he did. Actually, he was pushed in that direction and made to think, made to be paranoid, made everything happen the way it was supposed to. They just used him as a pawn to get what they wanted. And if you look at that, you don't believe me that the Nazi warplanes wouldn't fly without an American fuel. Check it out. And then look at what happened to all the Nazi scientists after the war. And that's how we become so advanced. And that's how after that, there's this thing. Look it up. It's called the Glocke. And then the bell, the all the stuff they talk about. It's some crazy stuff. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about that. Them being national heroes after having been war criminals, right? And then starting NASA, and also huge leaps and bounds in the pharmaceutical industry whenever they came over here, and other experiments on people, and practicing medicine, right? That's what they're doing. They're practicing on you, your parents and your children. Anyway, love y'all. Appreciate y'all.